This is the Yankees POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the New York Yankees. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
The Yanks lose the rubber game of 3 to the Red Sox tonight in the Bronx. Final score 11-7. The Red Sox hit 5 home runs, the first 2 of which came off of Carlos Rodon. The starter takes the loss, his 4th of the season. Aaron Judge hit home runs number 22 and 23, but again, not enough. Yanks lose the rubber game of 3 to the Red Sox. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jay Berman. If you're a New Yorker, you might recognize my work. Welcome aboard. I've spent more than 2 decades in the biz, everything from TV to web to radio. Again, follow me on X at Jay Berman, Jayberman. And welcome to the Locked On Yankees postcast, both on the Locked On Yankees YouTube channel and the Locked On Yankees podcast feed. The postcast gives you a place to chat after every game. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every single day. Also want to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. And as we said, home run derby tonight for the Red Sox. Let's get it underway.
This is what you'll be talking about.
All right, so what's interesting is that the Yankees, prior to this series with the Red Sox, had won 9 of their last 10 series, and now it's 9 of 11, still pretty good. But again, you never want to lose a series at home to the rival Red Sox. And speaking of the Red Sox, very interesting splits from this one. Let's get right into it. Boston started 1 of 15 off of Carlos Rodon. He was cruising through 4. Then, get this, 7 for the next 15. So, added up, 8 for 30, but obviously it wasn't weighted equally. As we said, 5 home runs for the Red Sox. The last time they hit 4 or more home runs at Yankee Stadium was 2014, so it's been more than a decade. Red Sox hit 8 home runs in this series. So again, using the long ball, and these were not cheap home runs, neither were the Judge home runs for that matter. But anyways, point being, the Red Sox used the long ball, and they used it well. Now, obviously, the defense and the pitching has been a struggle so far for the Red Sox, but for some reason, they get up for the Yankees, and they showed it in this series. Rafael Devers, his 30th career home run against the Yankees. That's the most of any player. In addition to Devers' home run in the 9th inning, Trevor Story hit a home run. Abraham Toro hit a home run. Former Yankee Carlos Narvaez hit a home run. And Christian Campbell hit a home run as well. Carlos Rodon allowed 2 home runs, as did Jonathan Loaizaga. Brent Hedrick allowed the 5th home run. That, of course, was the Devers bomb in the 9th inning. As for Aaron Judge, tremendous stuff. There's no other way to put it. His stats are ridiculous. He is now plus 4,000 to win the American League MVP. So essentially, if he doesn't get hurt, the MVP is his for a 3rd time. Really, just an amazing season. And it tells you all you need to know about Aaron Judge. The fact that we're discussing him in a bad loss, and we're discussing his exploits offensively in a bad blowout loss. Again, everything you need to know about the type of player and the type of season that Aaron Judge is having. His 43rd multi-home run game of his career, which, believe it or not, ties him with Lou Gehrig for 3rd most in Yankees history. Already. His numbers so far to date, he's hitting .396. Remember, it's been several generations since we last saw a 400 hitter. 23 home runs and 55 RBIs. His OPS is over 1250. Just insane stuff from Judge, who once again collected 3 hits and 4 RBIs, obviously the 2 home runs, numbers 22 and 23. As for Carlos Rodon, not good. 5 innings, 3 hits, 5 earned, 3 walks, 5 Ks, 2 homers, and through 90 pitches, it all collapsed for him in the 5th and the 6th innings. He allowed 2 runs in the 5th, and obviously the 6th was the final dagger as the Red Sox put up a 5 spot in that 6th inning. Now, the Yankees wouldn't go away. 2 in the bottom of the 6th, 2 more in the bottom of the 9th, including the home run from Judge. But again, they just couldn't stop giving up home runs, and because of it, they lose the series. They lose the game 11-7, lose the series 2 out of 3. As for the other pitchers for the Yankees, some concerns now. Jonathan Loaisiga has thrown 9 2/3 innings so far this season. He's already allowed 4 home runs. We'll round up, we'll call it 10 innings. 4 home runs in 10 innings. He just got up. Amazing stuff. And obviously, with the struggles of Rodon and the struggles of Loaisiga and the struggles of Fernando Cruz today, in addition to Brent Hedrick, it seemed like every single starter or reliever struggled. That includes the Boston Red Sox as well, who, as we said, entered with an 11-5 lead into the 9th and needed to use 2 more pitchers. Robert Stock couldn't get the job done. He allowed the home run to Judge in the 9th inning. And then Alex Cora had to call on old friend Aroldis Chapman, who registered the final out by striking out Anthony Volpe. Chapman did it on just 3 pitches. He earns the save, his 11th. But again, he had to warm up and come into the game in what seemed like a blowout at first. Again, Aaron Judge now hitting .396. His on-base, .493. Practically .500. So 1 out of every 2 at-bats, he reaches base. He's slugging .771. Amazing stuff. Now, if you were with ESPN for the pregame, you know about Hunter Dobbins, the rookie starter tonight for the Red Sox, who went 5, 4 hits, 3 earned, did not walk a batter, but also didn't strike out a batter, allowed the 2 home runs through only 64 pitches, settled down nicely. Believe it or not, he earns the win despite 3 earned in 5 innings. If you recall the pregame, they talked about it. He was asked about pitching for, or at least against, the rival Yankees, and then said this: I'd retire if the Yankees were the last team and they offered me a contract. So obviously Aaron Judge steps to the plate in the 1st inning, hits one 400 and whatever feet, an absolute bomb into the 2nd deck of the bleachers. That's a poke, folks. And again, you figured at this point it was going to be batting practice against Dobbins. Chalkboard material, certainly. While he settled in nicely, as we said, only allowed 1 other run. That was the home run to DJ LeMahieu. Again, LeMahieu, Judge twice were your 3 Yankee home runs. Anyways, Dobbins settled in. And to be fair, we obviously, as the Yankees side and the Yankees perspective, don't like that he doesn't like the Yankees. But as a Yankee fan and as the Yankees side, we don't like the Red Sox. So I was okay with it. And to be fair, he settled in nicely and did what he had to do to earn the win. Now, the Red Sox used quite a few pitchers. Dobbins, Bernardino, Whitlock, Wilson, Kelly, Weissert, Stock, and Chapman. That's a lot. Yankees used Rodon, Cruz, Hill, Loaisiga, Hedrick, and Hamilton. And for the most part, they were all pretty bad. Just one of those nights. Yanks are now 39-25. They'll have a day off on Monday. They'll go for win number 40 on the road. We'll get to the schedule coming up. By the way, Yanks 21-12 at home now. And now lead the Red Sox by 8.5 in the American League East. We'll do player of the game coming up next. And the Yankees also made a move. We'll tell you about that as well. All right, we'll start with Wonderful Pistachios. Looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious? Well, crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber and better for you unsaturated fats to help keep you feeling fuller longer. Personally, I love the no shells variety. It's the perfect grab and go snack for busy days. Whether I'm snacking at my desk, on a road trip, or just need a quick protein boost, they're always my go-to. And if you love cracking open every shell, well, that satisfying crunch could be yours in the in-shell options, which are also a classic favorite. Get snacking, get cracking with the snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Next up is game time. Have you ever decided at the last minute to head to a ball game with friends or family? I have, for sure. Well, maybe it's game day and you suddenly realize you want to be in the stands. That's exactly where Game Time comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merch, or even invite a bigger group to come with you. Game Time makes it possible. They make buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch, and they've got incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and a lowest price guarantee that takes the worrying out of buying. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your very first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account, redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. All right, we are back after an 11-7 Red Sox win over the Yankees. And despite the fact that the Red Sox are still 3 games below 500, they stuck it to the Yankees this weekend, again, taking 2 out of 3. By the way, Red Sox now 32-35. Obviously not where they want to be, but they're dealing with injuries. They now trail the Yankees by 8.5. Of course, after Friday nights, it was 10.5. But the Red Sox captured the final 2 games of the series, gained 2 games on the Yankees in the standings, and it is now 8.5 games behind the Yankees for the Red Sox.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
All right, from a Yankee perspective, there's no doubt it's Aaron Judge. Believe it or not, Judge, who went hitless on Saturday, was attempting to go hitless or not go hitless, attempting to avoid a hitless game in consecutive games for just the second time this season. Well, it didn't happen. It did not happen because tonight Judge went 3 for 4, scored 3 runs, drove in 4, hit 2 homers, walked once, was on base 4 times, increased his average to 396. Folks, we are 2.5 months in. We played all of April, all of May, a week of March, and now a week of June. So we'll call it 2.5 months. He's hitting 396. We're almost halfway through. Again, plus 4,000 at this point in time to win the American League MVP. His 43rd multi-home run game as a Yankee. That ties him with Lou Gehrig for 3rd most in Yankee history. If you're curious who the leader is, that's Babe Ruth, who hit 2 or more home runs in a Yankee uniform in a game 68 times. Simply amazing. But Judge, again, has plenty of time to catch the top-ranked Yankee in that category. All right, the Yankees did claim C.J. Alexander off waivers from the Athletics, and they optioned him to AAA Scranton. Again, C.J. Alexander off waivers from the Athletics. Next up for the Yankees, a day off. Obviously, they'll kick back and relax on Monday. Then on Tuesday, they're in Kansas City. First of 3 with the Royals, 3 night games, 7:40, 7:40, 7:40, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Folks, these pitching matchups are so good. If you thought this Yankee-Red Sox series was good, wait till you see the Royals-Yankees in KC. Schmidt-Bubich in the first game on Tuesday, Fried-Reagans on Wednesday, Warren-Lugo on Thursday. So again, the Yankees will toss Schmidt, Fried, and Warren Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. After Kansas City, old friend the Red Sox are on the schedule again. Back to Boston they go. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 2 night games, Friday and Saturday, and then an afternoon game on Sunday. No more Sunday night games for a while for the Yankees. So again, 3 in Kansas City, 3 in Boston before we return home for the Angels and the Orioles before we get into some interleague play late in June. All right, thanks for making Locked On Yankees your first listen today. For your second listen, check out the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night. Every game, every night, all season long. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. Also want to mention our partners in crime at Locked On Yankees, Stacey Gotsulias and Brian McKeon. Again, they handle all the stuff at Locked On Yanks. They're the best, so follow, subscribe, and enjoy. Red Sox beat the Yankees 11-7. They take 2 of 3 from the Bombers. Day off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in Kansas City. And, of course, we'll be with you immediately following every game. Have a great Sunday night, everyone.